Hi, I'm Sarah Old.
And I'm Derek.
And we have been part of Rugby Elim for about 10 years. So when we first came to Rugby Elim, we didn't know very many people at all. And our very first conversation in church was with David Clark. And that was really important in terms of connecting with someone straight away. And following on from that, we thought it was really important to join a life group in order to start getting to know people, and that seemed like a really good way of starting to get to know people.
Yeah, we were just talking about it at the back of church, weren't we? And we were pounced on by some small group leaders and said, do you fancy joining us? So that was it.
Yeah. The life group we're in now has been absolutely crucial during the pandemic, and when we've not been able to meet as a whole church, being able to meet as a small group of people has been a really important way of staying connected with people and sharing our life, journeying with those people and having support in terms of being able to ask for prayer and to pray for the people in our small group.
Yeah, being able to support other people as well through some particularly hard times in our small group over the last 12 months.
Yeah.
So
going to life group for the first time is quite scary, because sometimes it's a group of people who already know each other, and I think you make yourself vulnerable when you're in a small group situation. So by being part of a small group, you know that you're going to get to know these people, but also that you'll probably share things that are quite sensitive and personal to you, and we've been able to do that in all of the life groups we've been in, including our current one, which means that we really do feel supported, but it is quite daunting and it is quite scary. But everybody has been so welcoming every time.
With our first small group, when we started there, we were new to the church, so the church was new to us. So people wanted to get to know us. So walking into somebody's house, it is a little bit daunting, but a cup of tea and a cake, and all the worries and concerns were quickly put aside, and we got to know people really well. Yeah. It did feel natural opening up and just being with other people.
Yeah, being real and sharing important things and knowing that people are interested and want to support you and want to pray for you. And I guess it's not always necessarily the people that are your age or your stage in life. So that gives you a really important opportunity to get to know people across the whole church who perhaps you wouldn't gravitate naturally to, because, as I say, they haven't got children the same age as your children, but it just means that it makes the whole experience more interesting. I think that's a real positive.
Absolutely, yeah. In 2016, some of you may know that I got diagnosed with bladder cancer, and as a man of my mid-40s, that was a bit of a shock, and life-changing, obviously. I can put my hand up and say that I'm one of the fortunate ones. My cancer was treatable, and I was very well supported by the hospital staff and the doctors. But equally, I was well supported by my life group. They were just, they held me up in prayer. Every week we'd have conversations and updates as to what was going on, and at no point did I feel alone. And they supported you as well. If we needed anything, we could just ring our small group and say help, and somebody would be there to offer help physically, or just be there to talk to. So life group was really important for that as well.
It really was. So in our life group this week, we had a bit of a conversation with everybody about a sort of word, or it ended up being a whole list of words that describe what life group means to us personally. And there were lots of interesting, very positive words that were used. But I think the thing that struck home to me the most was about journeying. You're on a journey with these people, so you share your life with them and your walk with Jesus with them, and so it's a sort of ongoing journey, and that makes it very real and meaningful. So I think that's the thing that's most important to me. And with modern technology, we have a WhatsApp group as well. So there's things that go on between the meetings that we have in terms of chat, and that just makes it feel quite genuine, really. As in, these are people that matter.
Yeah, there's honesty and openness, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you are, because you're in a smaller group with a few people, you do feel like you can open up more and you can reveal what's going on and be true to yourself and be true to other people. So,
I think the most important thing about not being part of a life group is that you're not connected fully to what's going on in the church. And I think that's the most important thing at the moment. I realise we're almost, at a point where we're back to normal with church meetings.
Whatever normal is.
Whatever that is, I think the new normal. But I think if you want to get connected to a life group, it's a sort of stepping stone to getting to know people more widely. And it's safer. I think that the whole church community is quite a daunting prospect, but being with a small group of people is safe, and you can get to know how church works and all the things that you can get involved with through the vehicle of your life group, hearing about what people are doing.
Different ministries.
So I think our short answer is, if you're not in a life group, I think Derek just said, sort your life out. And there are loads of them that you can choose from, and the best thing is that you could go to one for a couple of weeks and decide that perhaps that's not the group for you, and that's not the sort of people who are going to help you and support you. So move on and try a different one. And they're on different days of the week, different times of day. So there's a group there for everyone.
Yeah, and if you don't want to be part of a group after trying it for a couple of weeks, nobody's bothered, nobody's put out that you've.
No, it's all very open.
Yeah, it is a personal choice, so it is a good thing to do. I can recommend life groups.
Yeah, definitely.